Hey, it's Mark Kabuke, and I hope you're doing well. Today, we're going to discuss the 5 things that you're doing in your lifestyle that might be affecting your gut. So let's rhyme them off for you. Your gut is a complex machine made up of numerous different structures, different enzymes, different things that make you able to digest food and derive energy from those foods. But there's 5 simple mistakes that most people make in their lifestyle that might be impacting how your gut is behaving. So let's rhyme those off for you. Number 1 is taking antibiotics on repeat. So what I mean by that is taking, say, more than 2 to 3 to 4 lots of antibiotics in the course of a year. What that's going to mean to you is that there's a direct impact on your microbiome, or the bacteria that live with your body, when you're taking antibiotics. Not that I don't think antibiotics are necessary. I believe that they're life-saving. But when we get to the point where we need to get antibiotics after antibiotics after antibiotics, we sometimes need to look deeper at what the root of those issues are as to why your immune system can't fight back against these bacteria that are kind of invading your body. So if we're not doing that, then I think we need to kind of shed some focus around that first. So antibiotics is going to be one of the biggest things you can take that's going to interrupt your microbiome and how your gut's performing. Number 2 is going to be chronic stress. So when you have chronic stress and adrenaline release from your body, what we're going to see is the impact on the microbiome is going to be a shift towards those bacteria inside your gut that basically help you, combat calorie restriction. So basically think of it this way: when you have chronic stress inside your body, the bacteria that are living inside of your gut are going to shift towards wanting you to reserve calories rather than to burn those calories. And very interestingly as well, when we have adrenaline released inside to your gut, what ends up happening is that sometimes that adrenaline hormone is crazy acidic. And when that occurs, it can kind of make the gut a little bit more, change the environment to that gut to make it a little bit less hostile to those friendly bacteria that live inside your gut, and promote more of those unfriendly or pathogenic type bacteria to kind of give them an opportunity to flourish. So sometimes your chronic stress might be at root to why your gut is not working with you. Sugar, carbs, and alcohol are next. I'm going to lump those 3 into combination, because what's funny is that sugar is one of those nutrients that doesn't provide you any kind of positive vitamins or minerals or anything like that when you eat it. It only kind of takes those nutrients away from you. And because sugar is at that point where, yes, it's giving you calories, the interesting thing is that when you have these quick and easy sugars being broken down inside your gut, the potential for your body to go and ferment those sugars is quite high. And that might be leading to some gas, bloating, indigestion, some of those symptoms that you might be having that are kind of leading you to the point where you realize that your gut's not working with you. Carbohydrates as well, so high carbohydrate type diets can sometimes do those same types of things when they're not paired with the right amount of exercise or the right type of exercise. So sometimes the eating patterns that you're developing throughout the day might be the reason why your body's in that point where you have some of those issues with your gut. And the last one is consumption of alcohol. So basically, when you break down the alcohol that you drink into the way that your body removes it from your system, that process can become very, very, very energetically demanding. It takes a lot of energy for your liver to do that. And a couple of the molecules that your liver creates as this detoxifying alcohol can actually be toxic to your body. And if those toxins aren't properly eliminated because you're having normal bowel movements every day, if we recirculate some of those toxins throughout your body, your body's not going to respond the way you're looking for, because of the fact that it's recirculating a toxin floating around. You're supposed to take that in, regulate it, poop it out. But if you're not pooping it out properly, it's going to recirculate. It can sometimes wreak havoc on what's going on inside your microbiome. So we have to watch that too. That's the time where you might notice that sometimes after you drink alcohol, that your bowel movements are a little bit loose, or they might get to the point where they're almost like slimy. Sometimes that's the point. That's how your body's protecting you. It's creating those layers of mucus to protect you from some of those toxins that are floating around inside your body. So it's very interesting to see how sugar, carbs, and alcohol filter into how your gut is performing. Sleep is number 4. So having an imbalanced amount of sleep, most people that I see in my practice get to the point where sleep is not a priority. I'll sleep when I'm dead, right? That's a common mentality. But what we're learning is just how vast the benefits of sleep might be towards your body. Keep in mind, your gut cells, the things inside of your gut, never see the light of day. So they're relying on cues from your environment to help them regulate their rhythms. And when you sleep, you're doing a whole lot to reset those rhythms. So things that people experience with lack of sleep and how they impact the gut, most times when you're tired, what do you want to eat? Sugar. We just talked about that a minute ago. And when you're getting lack of amount of sleep, how do you feel? Stressed. So that's another impact on the gut. So you can see how sleep is one thing you can do in your day to improve how you feel, because it's going to improve 2 to 3 other layers once you start improving your sleep. The last one's going to be chronic use of medications. And again, medications are necessary. I get it. I understand. But if you're getting to the point where you're taking medication after medication to stop digestive symptoms, say that you're, for example, getting heartburn, or you're having regurgitations, or you're having bloating and all these different things, or you can't poop on a regular basis without assistance, taking those medications on a daily basis is going to have a direct impact on your microbiome, because the way that you break apart those nutrients that you're so those medications you're pulling in is by using nutrients inside your gut. So if you're under that attack almost every day, yes, it might be stopping a symptom, but what's the downstream effect from that is what we kind of need to start playing with. So if you've got, say, something like heartburn, regurgitations, bloating, gas, there's usually a dietary reason why that's happening. So if we can pull that splinter out, can we get to the point where you can reduce the amount of medications that you might need in a run of a day? The answer in a lot of cases is absolutely. Not that I'm telling you to stop taking medications, but at the end of the day, most of these digestive things that we have happening have some roots somewhere. And once you start putting the pieces back together, you're usually able to find what that substance is and help the body come back to balance when it comes to that. So that's the top 5 things you're doing in the run of the day that might be impacting your microbiome and your gut as a whole. This is what I do. I love doing these things. I love putting plans together for people, and I love helping people just like you feel better. So if you think that I can help you, and you can say to yourself, you know what, that's me. What he lined up there, that's me. I want to help you. Let's get a time together. Let's have a phone call. Let's see if we can help you. Or if you're at that point where you don't want to jump in, just keep following what we're posting on our social media panels and see what you can learn on your own by doing some of the things that I'm posting on a regular basis. Again, thank you for tuning into this video. My name is Mark Kabuke, and I thoroughly enjoyed bringing it to you. If you have questions for me, please let me know. I'm happy to help. Talk soon. Bye.